ये ना सुनो. Okay. Well, okay. Hello everyone. Uh, I welcome all of you on behalf of Malwa Institute of Technology and institutes in the Institutes Innovation Council of MIT. Today, in today's session, we are going to discuss the legal aspects and ethical steps in establishing the startups. Actually, I would like this opportunity to interact with the innovative minds and future of startups of the nation. Actually, the word startup, this create some logical aspects in the job venture and as well as in the ecosystem of India. So I am really happy to share this with you, young people and also the experienced people, about the legal structure and the steps required for setting up the legal the startups. So moving on to our topic, I would like to start with the few steps which are always in our mind, that how can we create a startup and what should be done at the very initial stage. So today we will understand that in setting up a startup, what are the initial steps that are to be taken care. First of all, we should have, before starting a startup or thinking about a startup, what we should do, what should be in your mind before planning to a startup. So the first step that should be in your mind, that the business plan or the business idea, to create a business idea. So what is a business idea? In the previous session taken by Miss Madhuri Kriplani and Arpit Srivastava sir, they already have discussed the business plan, business idea. So initially, if we are talking about the business plan, a business plan should be a profitable as well as a basic idea that can create a long term as well as a short term goal. If I am talking about a long term, that means you should be prepared for making a small idea to a bigger one. That's why I am saying that you should have a very long goal, and at the same time this is also very important that you should have also a very a single one or maybe different short term plans as well. This is necessary because अगर आप कोई स्टार्टअप प्लान कर रहे हैं और अगर आपके स्टार्टअप में if you are not having long period goals, then you are not going anywhere. So if you are creating a business idea and you want to keep it for a longer period of time, you should also have some small steps that after January, suppose if I am planning to have a startup, and if I am putting some small steps, like after 2 months I will be here, after 2 months I will get this, after 2 months my market stake will be like this. So you need to create long term as well as short term plans. Second one is to identify the key matrices. Let me tell you what a key matrices is. The key matrices means to identify the structure as well as what are the roadmap. Suppose you can say, आप एक छोटे से आइडिया को ले लें, जैसे यदि आप बात करते हैं एक फूड सप्लाई चेन की, तो आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि कहाँ से आप स्टार्ट करेंगे. आपकी इसमें जो बेसिक नीड्स होंगी कि फ्रॉम वेयर यू कैन पिक दिस, फ्रॉम वेयर यू कैन डिलीवर दिस. सो this is the second step to identify the key matrices. Third one, to select a correct legal structure. I am talking about the legal structure because to set up a startup and to make it a large venture, the structure of your organization should be legal, because at initial steps it doesn't matter, but when your startup grows and in the later stages, when the profit start coming, then the legalities sometimes can make a very huge difference. So you can say there are 3 steps. First one, to create a business plan. Second one, to identify the key matrices, and the third one, to identify and to legalize your business. So now we are moving further on the various structures available in India. Here I can tell you that 90% of the business in India at the initial stages, they are not registered, but nowadays the government wants to legalize all the business so that they can get tax, and as well as they can promote these businesses all over the world. So if we are talking about the structures available in India, then there are two kinds of structures. First one is unregistered structure and the second one is registered structure. So if in the first one we have 2 kinds of structures, like sole proprietor and the partnership firm. So if I am talking about sole proprietor, that means we have a single owner kind of an institution or organization which has only a single proprietor or the single operator. And in the second one we have a partnership firm. A partnership firm is a simple deed based. मैं आपको यहाँ बताना चाहता हूँ सभी को, most of you are the students here. अगर मैं एक सिंपल स्टार्टअप की बात करूं, इन सपोज इंदौर बेस्ड स्टार्टअप, देन सिंपली फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल अधिकतर स्टार्टअप्स में इनिशियली एक कोई आइडिया होता है और उस आइडिया को रखने वाला जो होता है वो उसका सोल प्रोप्राइटर होता है. देन दिस कम्स टू अ पार्टनरशिप फर्म. व्हेन दिस आइडिया ग्रोज and the one who is the owner, if he wants a funding, he wants a collaborative or incorporative type of collaboration, then he starts finding a co-founders. Then a partnership came into the picture, and generally they are unregistered kind of structures. Unregistered means they are not registered with any of the central body. Then move on to the registered structures. We have limited liability partnership. Limited liability partnership is a technical term in which each partner has some limited liability, and there are some legalities in this. The fourth one is the company private public limited. We are not talking about the company private public limited because because we are not talking about public limited, because here the startups are meant to be private. So if I am talking about company, then I am talking about the private ones only. In this registered structure, they are registered with the central bodies, and they are paying taxes. They are paying many of the many of the part of the taxes, you can say, to government of India. And if you are growing up and up, and your startup is raising like anything, then your startup should be a registered one. There are some advantages over this. So in the initial steps, it doesn't matter that if you start with a small startup, you can there are certain steps we will discuss in this upcoming slides later. Now the deciding factors like on which you should focus before moving to your startups. First one is the tax benefits. There are certain tax benefits which can help you in the growth of your startup. The second one is the team structure. The 90% of these structures, the initial startups, they gets failed within the 6 months of their starting, because they do not put the liabilities to their partners, and once the profit is coming up, then there are fractions between the team members. So your team structure should be decided on day one. Then the future plan. At the beginning of the startup, there are certain things that they do not plan for a futuristic approach, and once the startup is moving, and once it is taking growth in various manners, if there is no future plan, then this may lead to a failure. Then the potential liabilities. Again, the potential liabilities are the liabilities that should be decided on day one. Then the residential status. This is a technical term. We can skip this at this place. Then why to incorporate? See, if you want to grow, you need to incorporate. For branding of your business, incorporation of legal entity is important. If you want to make your brand global, then incorporation is must, to separate out income and expenditure of your business from personal. You should keep your income and expenditure of your business separate, so that you can identify where are what are the areas you are lagging into. Then for addition of co-founders, actually to grow up to decentralization is must. Therefore you should add more and more co-founders who are having the same thinking that you are having. And team is the key to run business. So sharing of profits with the team, your team is the only one key to your success. Therefore you should be always open to share your profits with your students, I think with your students and with your team as well. The next one is the for investment and exit, legal entity is a must. Yes, of course. To get the investment, you should be branded. And if you have the legal entity, if you have the legal status, then it is very easy to get your fundings from the outside. If you are not having a legal status, or you are not registered with anyone of the like MHRD, like the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, then it is very difficult to get the funding from outside. Now, purely depending upon your business requirements, actually this need of the incorporation is because if you are doing a business in which you there is a need, if you are working suppose if you are having a business, a chain kind of marketing business, then definitely you require people to incorporate with. A single person cannot do this. And how much funds and which kind of funds will be required, the kind of funds you require to grow up your business, you should be well aware that from where the funds are coming and also where the funds are going as well. Then the revenue expectation, I think the revenue expectation should be clear in advance, so that you should collect and you should put your money as per the requirement and at the right time. My suggestion is to incorporate just after your proof of concept is ready. The proof of concept, because if you are taking money and if you are taking funds from outside, you should be clear in your mind and in your documents as well. So this is my suggestion, to incorporate just after your proof of concept is ready. Now, how to incorporate? First step, there are 4 steps actually. The first step is to identify the brand name and the legal entity name. One thing I want to clear here, that your brand name and your legal entity name may be different. For example, you can take the example of Paytm. The brand name of Paytm is Paytm, while the legal entity name is 197. Okay, so your brand name and the legal entity name may be different. Also, single entity may have multiple brands as well, like Paytm Money. Okay, so Paytm is the brand, 197 is the legal name, and Paytm Money, Paytm Fund Transfer, Paytm Wallet are the multiple brands. So the single entity may have the multiple brands as well. Check trademark for brand name and legal name. This is also one legality, that you should be having a trademark for your brand. This is actually to go forward or to make your startup a success story. You should have all these activities of marketing as well, like trademark, the brand name. Okay. Then the third one is the document roles and responsibilities of founding team. This is the most important step in which you are defining the roles and responsibilities of your founders. If the roles are not decided, then you can face many troubles, many problems in the future. Then select the right entity according to your business. You should select the right entity as per your business and as per the nature. Actually, I must say the nature of the business and the environment in which you are doing the business. Then moving forward, there are compliances applicable on business. Actually, this is the technical part in which we are talking about the taxes. So the first one is goods and service tax, that is GST, and this GST is same for all the modules. Then we have payroll, then in which we have labor compliances and TDS applicabilities. The third one is tax deducted at source, like TDS. And you should be aware of these, because if you are expecting a net profit, then these taxes should be paid before it, and after paying the taxes, the amount of money which is left is your net profit. So before going to plan your structure, you should plan each and every single step to get it done and get it done profitably. Then now I am moving to the proprietorship. It is very important to discuss here, because the ownership, the proprietorship should be discussed well in advance and briefly, because this would definitely help you in operating your startup. There are some advantages, like sole proprietorship means the single owner kind of thing, and it has some advantages, like ownership is solely owned by an individual. The ownership is solely owned by an individual, and the whole control is over on a single one. Business owner has the power to control the business operations. Next one, the owner will receive all the profits and bear all the losses. You may say this is an advantage, but it may lead to losses as well. Then easy to set up. Of course, it is very easy. It is not very easy. It is easy to set up if you have the money. If you are not having the money or the capital which is required, then it is very hard to set up. Then there are certain disadvantages also, like owners and business is referred to as one of the same entity. Then unlimited liability. The liability is unlimited in this case, because you are the single one who will manage all the profits and all the losses. Then cannot add another founder in business. If you have the sole pure proprietorship kind of business, you cannot add another one or another co-founder in it. Now there are some compliances as well, like the first one is separate income tax. So there is no separate income tax should be submitted, because you are a single entity and a sole proprietorship kind of a business. Now as far as the TDS compliance is concerned, up to 2 crores, I should have mentioned here, up to 2 crores, the TDS compliance should not be is not being there. GST compliance, same rules. I have told you earlier also that for GST compliance, same rules in all the structures, only for except reverse charges. Actually it is a technical term and this shouldn't be discussed here. Payroll compliance, same rules in all the structures. Then we have book of accounts required to maintain. If you are a sole owner, then there is no accounts required to maintain. Then secretarial compliances, there are no Such compliances are required if you are a sole owner. Then moving to sole proprietorship process, there are some few steps. Let me tell you. The first step is deciding the trade name. You should first decide the trade name, which should be a good one, or which should be a, I think it should be related with your trade or the business nature, so that it can relate and it can grow like a brand. Then we have the second step for do one registration like shop and establishment, GST, etc. Like you can start up, you can make a simple Gumasta registration or a municipal registration, whichever is there at your local city. Then open a bank account. It is very easy. No separate PAN is required, as you are a single owner. You can open an account, and you can open a current account for your business. Then this is the easiest way to set up and lease compliance. Then moving forward, here the next one is the partnership firm. Here I would like to invite Mr. Atish Mishra sir to describe all the partnership firms and the other technicalities over here. Mishra sir, are you there? अब इस पे एक तुमको एक क्वेश्चन बताता हूँ तो इसमें नहीं तुमको बताना है can be as how many owners can be there in company can be as small as a one person or multinational कैसी कंपनीज हैं इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ और मल्टीनेशनल ownership is often confined to small institutions here what we do is we divide the company into small units or stores anyone knows हो रहा है बेटा? हो गया? कितना आया बेटा आंसर?
हाँ सर।
आ गया आंसर?
AD माइनस BC। हाँ सर वही है।
वो बहुत बढ़िया है ना, एक बार में जैसे सीख गए तुम, अच्छा रहा। जैसे आता नहीं सबको केवल, इसमें बहुत रोते हैं लोग, पता है, क्योंकि ये जो डिफरेंशिएशन है ना, मुझे तो तुम्हारा बार बार लगता है कि ठीक है तुमने अच्छा करा मैथ्स लिया, कम से कम अगर प्योर कॉमर्स ले लेती ना तो वो ठीक नहीं होता, क्योंकि जो मैथ्स है ना एक्चुअली वो मैथ्स हर बंदा डिजर्व करता नहीं है, मतलब हर बंदे को आता नहीं है, लेकिन जिसको आता है उसको करना भी चाहिए। ए एक्स प्लस बी, देखो ए एक्स प्लस बी ये हमको प्रिंसिपल से दे रखा है यहाँ पे, हम यहाँ करते हैं अपने मेथड से ए एक्स प्लस बी 2 मिनट वही क्या जेट एयरवेज यस actually they map the business actually they are mapping all the businesses और जितना पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट ज़्यादा बढ़ता चला जाता है तो जिसमें ज़्यादा पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट होता है दे कैन टेक केयर ऑफ इट फर्स्ट ऑफ कोर्स
Sir,
wait actually the responsibility this is the responsibility this is not the sole responsibility of the government actually जो पब्लिक फिगर्स हैं पब्लिक एंटिटीज हैं उनके लिए गवर्नमेंट एक मॉरल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी रखती है एंड दे ट्राई टू कीप इट सिंपल फॉर द यूजर्स and for the public but if an organization is totally private then the government does not hold this kind of responsibility and this is the sole responsibility of the owner himself हाँ मृक्षरा
सर इसमें आंसर 8 आ रहा है लेकिन मेरा नहीं आया.
एक मिनट देखो एक्स स्क्वायर का 2x 2x का 2 ठीक है देन x इज इक्वल टू 3 पुट दिस 2 into 3 plus 2 that is 6 plus 2 that is 8 राइट
हाँ सर.
थर्ड वाला करो I request all of you please join this startup group this innovation council startup and innovation council so that we can make more and more startups here in our premises in our college premises. Please keep in touch with your department's coordinator. I will definitely share with you people the list of the faculty members of different various departments along with you students so that you can in touch and you can join the group as soon as possible so then we can start this startup activity in our college. Atish sir, should we conclude? Okay, please. No, actually there are Saurabh Verma. Actually there are some technicalities, sir. There are some technicalities. This is a very legal issue. Actually, the basic funda behind the startup cell is that to aware students and to create organization, healthy startups, so that every students can get to know that what is the structure of the company, how they can start. So if you join this startup cell, then you can create a company here, and you can run the company itself in the college premises. The college will provide you the office and all the other facilities if you are interested. So please join with us and take advantage of these. The government had taken a very good initiative. So please be with us and join with. Yes, sir. Please. Thank you all. I would like to thank our principal sir, our vice principal ma'am for this. Thank you. We are waiting for you people. Vishal sir, do you have any question? Yes, sir. हाँ, Mishra.